Hey friends, good morning. Welcome back to Morning Mind Dump with Tree. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tree. Thank you so much for pressing play and being here with me, hanging out. This podcast is truly a passion project. So if anything I share today resonates, please like, comment, or share it. It really helps this little corner of the internet find the people who need it the most. And before we jump in, what we've been doing lately is just taking quick pause together. Everybody's always rush, 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 and on the go. Pause is a good thing, and it's one word to remind yourself to be present in the moment. So we're going to take a deep breath, drop your shoulders, feel your feet, and just open your mind to another perspective. And this is my quick, gentle reminder that everything I share here is from my own lived experiences. You don't have to agree with it at all, and take what resonates, leave the rest. There is no pressure. I'm not trying to convince you to think a certain way. So today we're talking about dumping thoughts without dumping on people. You have an intuition. Learning you have an intuition, even if no one taught you, and remembering that you are the co-creator of your own life. Are you ready? Let's get into this mind dump. So one of the biggest gifts this podcast has given me is this. I get to dump my thoughts without dumping on other people. And it feels good because I can just dump and I don't have anybody jumping in on my thoughts. And that's important because not everybody is meant to hold your emotional processing, right? And that doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make you too much of a person. It just means boundaries matter. And I never really thought about boundaries. So in the past, I leaned heavily on other people's advice. I really cared deeply about their opinions, sometimes more than my own. And I didn't even recognize that at the time. Honestly, it wasn't even that I didn't trust my intuition. I didn't even realize that I had an intuition. No one sat me down and said, hey, you have to listen to your inner voice, your inner compass. I was taught to ask questions, to check in, to make sure that everybody else was okay with my choices before I checked in with myself. So I outsourced my knowing. And because I'm already an overthinker, adding everybody else's thought into my own head didn't help. It actually paralyzed me a lot of times. And I got stuck. I got frozen. I was unable to make decisions. When you're spiraling like that and then you have people judging you of your decisions, that's more added confusion. And I recently talked to someone who shared that they didn't have any friends anymore because they were going through a hard time and they were unloading everything onto these people around them, and then now they said that their friends have pulled away, their families pulled away, nobody wants anything to do with them, and emotionally that hurts, right? Abandonment hurts, especially when you're somebody who always shows up for everyone else, and then you feel like, great, now nobody's there for me. I've been there several times, but here's where the podcast comes in. Morning Mind Dump became a place where I could just process out loud without expecting anyone to fix me, save me, or even stay in my chaos, right? You, the listener, choose to be here. And that really matters. That's important to me. And we have a small community right now. But I'm hoping that, if you get anything out of this, just share it if you think it's going to help somebody else out, because that's really why I'm doing it. Again, I am doing it for myself, and it is therapeutic. So not everybody wants to be vulnerable and throw the podcast out into the world, right? You don't have to do that, but you could do that for yourself too, right? You could do a video diary. People do it all the time, every day on TikTok and stuff, right? That's basically a diary. They pour out their heart and soul and feelings, and then you get Facebook memories reminding you of past trauma or whatever. And then, if you're anything like me, sometimes I look at some of the stuff that I wrote, the poor me post, right? And I look at it now and I'm like, oh my God, what was I going through? But see, you come out of it. It's just a moment. And I will keep reminding you that whatever you're going through, it's just a moment. And if you can find a way to laugh it off, not disregard it by laughing it off, but like just finding peace and humor, and you might not find it immediately. Feel your emotions. Don't disregard them. But I am truly, genuinely grateful for every single person that is listening right now. My hope is just one sentence helps somebody feel less lonely, less alone, then it's worth it. And so here's my takeaway for today. You are the co-creator of your own life. You have free will. You make your own choices. Nobody can make you do anything you don't want to do. And if you do make a choice, you have to stand by it or pay the consequences. And that's the hard truth. Not all advice is meant for you. Not all opinions have your best interest at heart. Even when they come from loved ones, friends, family, only you live in your body. Only you feel what's heavy or what's light. And you know what is sustainable. And I learned that's what intuition is. If you don't know what intuition is yet, that's okay. I didn't for a long time. You can look it up. You can read about it. You can practice it. I practice it all the time now. It starts small. Notice how your body reacts to certain situations. Notice when something feels calm instead of chaotic, then you'll know what direction you need to go to. We do have guides, or I believe we have guides, so that's how they tell us, listen to your body, because intuition doesn't usually scream. It just whispers silently, and sometimes it sounds really practical, like this isn't sustainable. And that's exactly what happened with my bus, actually. When I stepped away from everybody's voices, I got honest with myself and realized I couldn't afford the risk to keep it. If something broke down, I wouldn't know how to fix it. And as much as I really wanted it, because I put a lot of money and labor and love into converting that bus into a livable space, and I did a pretty darn good job, but I know I could do it again too. So I learned a lot of skills. It wasn't a waste of time. It wasn't a waste of energy, and it wasn't a waste of money. Letting it go was hard. I still miss it sometimes, especially right now. But I do believe in the higher power, and I believe in being carried when I make aligned choices. And this winter, I've been provided for. Not exactly how I imagined, but it's exactly how I needed. So today's poll is, do you tend to trust your gut right away? Do you ask everyone else's advice first? You just overthink it until you're exhausted, you can't make any decision, or you're still figuring out what intuition even is? Drop your answer in the comments below. I do read them, and I appreciate you sharing yourself and being vulnerable too, because here I am being vulnerable with you. It's all about reciprocity. I'm trying to build a community of people who help people out with no ill will and any intention but being helpful. So today's quote of the day is, trust yourself. You know more than you think you do. And your guidance for today: before asking for advice, pause and ask yourself what you already know. And that's it for today's Morning Mind Dump. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed our chat today, the most wonderful and completely free way to support this passion project of mine. I'm almost at 150 episodes. I've been recording these since May or June of 2024. And yeah, the beginning episodes were pretty long, and I didn't know how to edit, and I just completely raw and unfiltered in the beginning, so they were like over an hour long. And now I know people don't have a lot of time, but I feel guided to get these messages out to people. I try to keep them short so that you won't give up and turn me off. But even if you do, it's okay. I still love you. But yes, this is a passion project, and simply engaging with this video by leaving a comment or liking, giving it a thumbs up, it tells the algorithms, hey, this is worth sharing with other amazing people that need to hear it. And it truly makes a difference in helping this community grow and be a caring community. That's what my goal is. And of course, if you feel called to do more and want to support my hot chocolate fund, The donation link is always in the description box below. Until next time, pour the coffee or drink your hot chocolate or tea, hit the play button, take a deep breath, keep an open mind, a kind mind to yourself. It's just a moment. Much love and hugs. Have a great day.
Rise and shine, let's start the day. Sip some thoughts and drift away. No judgment here, just heart and flow. Morning mind dump with Trie, let's go.